If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, you're showing up, you're meeting people, but the right relationships just aren't happening, it may not be where you're going, it may be how you're showing up when you get there. Here's the thing, relationships that really matter, the relationships that are going to open doors for you, create opportunities, the ones that actually change you, they're built very intentionally. So in this video, I'm going to share a few things that you can do that'll make a significant difference as you work on building quality relationships. In my last couple of videos, we talked about where to find the right relationships. But once you're in the room, what can you actually do that makes people lean in, trust you, and remember you? There are 4 principles that we're going to talk about today that will help you. The first principle is show up well. Now, this may sound super simple, but I'm telling you, it's not common. Show up on time. Be prepared. Dress appropriately for the environment. This communicates something before you ever say a word. It says, I respect you. I take this moment seriously. I value this opportunity. Early in my career, I learned this in an unexpected way. I was the top producing sales rep for a national company. I was breaking records. I was doing really well. When my boss, the VP, comes sit down for my annual review. Well, I was expecting accolades. I was doing good. Instead, he told me very directly, Jane Ann, if you want to step into the next level, you need to present yourself like it. Specifically, he was addressing my business attire. I wanted to be offended. I did, but I understood. What he was really teaching me was this isn't about money. It's about awareness. It's about being in alignment with where you're going. So here's a question for you. When you walk into a room, does how you show up reflect where you say you're going? The next principle is do your homework before you walk in. See, most people, they walk into a room and they wing it, and then they wonder why their conversations don't go deep. Take a few minutes ahead of time. Learn who's in the room. What do they do? What matters to them? See, today it's easier than ever. You can do a quick search, a LinkedIn profile, ask the host some simple questions. Because when you walk in prepared, you're not starting cold. You already have context. You already have connection points. And that's going to change everything about that conversation. Before your next meeting or event, ask yourself this: do I know enough about the people in that room to actually have a meaningful conversation? The third principle is walk in with an attitude of gratitude. Add value. See, every time we walk into a room, we're either going to add to it or we're going to take away from it. There's no neutral. Gratitude is going to change your presence immediately. People are going to feel it. We've all been in rooms where tension forms, and then one calm, intentional voice changes the whole atmosphere. I experienced that recently. I was in a meeting, and there was this growing tension and frustration and pressure in the room. I stood up and spoke calmly and intentionally, and you could literally feel the atmosphere shift. See, one person can change the environment, and you can be that person. Ask yourself, when you walk into a room, are you lifting the energy or are you waiting to take something from it? The last principle is this: make sure that the conversation is on them. This is probably the most important principle. People know when it's all about you, and they remember when it's not. A great way to do this, always go 2 or 3 questions deeper in a conversation. So when someone shares something, don't just move on. Lean in, ask one more question, then another question, then another question, because that's where the connection is going to happen. That's where trust begins. And honestly, it's where opportunity is going to come from. Proverbs 17:28 says, even a fool appears wise when they remain silent. There's so much truth here. There's wisdom knowing when to speak, but there's also wisdom in knowing when to listen. In relationships, that's often where the connection really begins. So consider this thought. In your conversations right now, are you focused on what you want to say next or on truly understanding the person in front of you? Relationships that matter, they're not built by accident. They're built by how you show up, how you prepare, your expression of gratitude, and then how you make people feel. If you apply even one of these, you're going to start to see a difference immediately. Doors open, conversations go deeper, opportunities, they find you. So ask yourself, when you walk into a room, do you feel people are leaning into you or are they pulling back? Because That's where this starts to change things. If this is helpful for you, go back and watch the last 2 videos we produced, because where you build relationships matters just as much as how. If you'd like to go deeper, pick up a copy of my book, The Audit Principle. And then remember, success is not about luck or chance. It's about alignment. And relationships are one of the most powerful alignments you'll ever make.